This week on Common Sense.
Clean green energy is a romantic concept, but the reality of its implementation is skyrocketing costs and forced competitive disadvantage. Are you kidding me? Common Sense has recently decried the truth of deepwater wind here in Rhode Island as compared to the glossy brochure that was used to sell it to us. The project guarantees that raw material costs for electricity will go up by more than 3x right now, with a built-in multiplier of 3.5% per year for 20 years. Compound interest. And no one is even sure that cost structure will be sufficient to make the production profitable. Now comes word that during the installation of the first turbine foundation off Block Island, the project suffered its first mishap. A barge collision with the so-called steel jacket of that foundation caused a dent in it that raises questions of its meeting compression specs for the job it has to perform. Meanwhile, back at the federal ranch, EPA Administrator Gina McCarthy has just promulgated the most restrictive industrial emissions standards in the history of planet Earth. Notable among them is the designation of carbon dioxide as a pollutant to be regulated under the Clean Air Act of 1963. You and I emit CO2 every time we exhale. Politicians are said to emit hot CO2. I'd be quick to play this silliness for laughs if it wasn't going to be so crazy expensive. If they stand, these regulations will end the U.S. coal industry as we know it. They will also drive up the cost of operating facilities in the United States to the point where we'll export even more jobs. Here's a novel idea. Let's let the free market determine winners and losers rather than the government. If deepwater wind were a good investment, private money would be flocking to it, and its competitors like Cape Wind would not be out of business. There will always be restrictions on what we are able to do in this life. Let's not let fantasy projections of a perfect world lead us down the path to economic ruin. Are you kidding me?
Join us on Verizon Channel 34 or Cox Channel 15. Saturdays at 4 p.m. and Sunday at 10 a.m. Find us on Facebook at Common Sense and on Twitter at CommonSenseRI.